All right, so here we go. It is Wednesday night again, September the 6th, 2017. Welcome, everybody. Bitsy is back from her vacation. She was up in Mammoth Mountain with my daughter and her boyfriend, so she is back. She'll probably do a lot of sleeping during this show. She's tired from her trip. So anyway, good to have you here, everybody. And I just want to say blessings to everybody out in Florida at Dr. Morse's clinic. They're over there in Punta Gorda, and it's on the Gulf side, but they're kind of in the hurricane path. So prayers out to them and to everybody that's being affected by this huge storm. I guess it's the biggest hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic, with winds up around 185 miles an hour at times. It's crazy. So they're going to close the clinic for a while here to prepare and hopefully ride through this. I think it's going to hit there around Saturday. So everybody send your prayers to them. They're doing such great work out there, getting the herbs out and the information out to help everybody heal and to sort of change the paradigm on this world, on this earth. You know, we've been sort of bamboozled, if you will, into a system that really isn't working too well. And that integrates into, of course, the medical system, the pharmaceutical system, and the food system. And I was listening to a woman today, and she was claiming that medical doctors, you know, in your regular lessons, not specialists, of course, but they only get a few hours worth of training on the lymphatic system. So this is really off the mark. You know, a lymphatic system is all through the body, of course. It's the body's sewer system where the body dumps its cellular waste, its toxins, its acids. Because every time a cell does something, it creates you know, an acid. So there has to be a place where the cells can dump those acids and toxins and clean it out from the body, and that is the lymphatic system. What could be more important than that? And it's also where you know, it surrounds every single cell. You know, you have trillions of these cells in the body, so it also has you know, cells in there, lymphocytes, you know, your immune cells that go and sniff around and kind of identify the things that should not be there. So this is where your main immune system is. And, you know, it targets cells for termination. They go to the lymph nodes, they're destroyed and ejected out of the body through the kidneys. So all we're really doing is we're removing obstructions that we put in, and we're cleaning up this system so the body works properly. That's all we're really doing. And, you know, if these so-called diseases just kind of go away, it's just a byproduct of cleaning the lymph system. So we're basically plumbers. I'm here to teach you plumbing. And, you know, we're going to have some plumbing lessons tonight. How to get this lymph moving again so it can alkalize itself, so it can clean itself, and so the body can not be tortured by internal acids and internal toxins, and provide a nice cozy home for just a whole bevy of pathogens, you know, funguses and bacteria and viruses. So we don't want to make a nice home for these. We want them out of the body. They're not supposed to be in there, and they would be ejected out of the body. The body, you know, has defenses. They would be ejected if the you know, the immune cells could get to them. This is the problem. You know, we're so obstructed, our immune system can't get to where it needs to go. So this stuff festers in the body, and it just continues to stay in the body forever and ever until we get it out of there, or until we drop this body. So this is such valuable information on every front, and I guarantee you, when you start doing lymphatic detoxification, you're going to be healing things that you don't even know you're healing. You might be going after one thing that's bothering you, and unbeknownst to you, you're taking care of many other things that might be setting up to you know, come at you later. So we see this a lot. You know, I look at a lot of eyes. I know how to read eyes. I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm just looking at the eyes and looking at the lymphatic layers in the eyes and seeing where the obstructions are, seeing where the deterioration is, seeing where the, you know, where everything is, where the acids are chewing on you. That's all we're really doing. And a lot of times, this stuff starts to go to work, and you get blocked up. We can see it in the eyes, and maybe it isn't manifesting fully in the body yet. But the quicker you can get to it and get it out of the body, the better. And just by going on an overall detox, lymph moves all over the body. The real sticky parts need to have the assistance of herbs and some physical things you can do to get all that stuff going. So that's what we're here to do. Just teach basic plumbing and some tips and tricks on how to get specific things and areas moving. It's very, very simple to understand. You get on. You go back to your natural diet, which is an alkalizing diet. It's just a diet that doesn't cause an inflammatory response. When you take in something the body doesn't recognize or the body's not designed to consume, the body thinks it's a foreign invader, and you have an inflammatory mucus response to it. It's a very natural response. And unfortunately, this is the response that most foods are causing in our bodies. Most of the foods we're taking in, all that fun stuff with the funny characters on it, Count Chocula and the Captain Crunch and, all the names, Aunt Jemima and Orville Redenbacher and all these things. These are all foreign foods. They're foreign invaders to the body. They're hit with a mucus response, causes the lymphatic system to slow down and back up and become acidic and start chewing on you and get so slow that it forms toxic cesspools in the body that make great homes for these bacteria, viruses, and parasites. So it's really simple. And it's just the basis of it is super simple. Get on alkaline foods, which are mostly fruits, berries, melons, and salads. Those are your friends. Those are the things you should be eating mostly. Those are the alkalizing foods. They're the cleansing foods. They're the most energetic foods. They're just great. They don't cause a mucus response in the body. And they will actually help you clean the acids out of the body. And they're great. They're great tasting. I mean, I love them. And once you get used to it, once you get off of these addictions, there's so many chemicals in these foods that cause addictions. And especially in the meats, you get addicted to those neurotransmitters, that adrenaline in that meat, because the animal knows it's going to die, so it starts pumping this adrenaline in, and you get addicted to that adrenaline. So once you kind of clean out and get the glands reset a little bit, you're off and running. And you're only going to be eating these sort of acid-forming foods as treats, things for flavor. Nobody's perfect. There are some great tasting things that aren't so good for you, but you'll eat them in small quantities. You'll really enjoy them. You'll savor them. You'll get the best quality you can when you decide to do that. But I guarantee you get to high levels of detoxification, the less and less you can put in acid-forming foods into the body, because it takes you down instantly. You go down to these levels you used to be at. Maybe not that low, but you'll drop down 25% maybe in how you feel, your energetics and all that, and then you won't want to eat them anymore, or you'll just go very lightly with them. So that's the good news. So anyways, I like to open up with just some basics here, and just basic information. Get on, in a nutshell, in a 30-second detox plan. Dump all the meat, dairy, and grains. Get on the fruits, berries, melons, and salads. That's about 75% of it right there. Then I would get on an herbal program for at least, 2, 3, 4 months, and hit the kidneys with herbs, hit the lymph system with some herbs to help that move along, hit the GI tract, clean that up. There's a lot of good herbs like Dr. Morse's GI broom and the stomach and bowel formulas. Really dig deep in that GI tract. Get all those toxins out of there that are residing not only in the bowels, in the bowel walls. The bowel walls are full of acids and toxins. It's blocking you from absorbing nutrition, and it's chewing on you, which can lead to inflammation in the bowels and eventually loss of tissue. And then, acidosis chews to the point where it can damage the cells, and the cells mutate, and we know what that is. So get on those formulas, and get on some herbs to help the glands out, especially the adrenals. And there you go. Those are the 4 pillars of herbs, and that's pretty much it. The rest is all nuance, and the rest is all specifics to certain issues. So here we go. Let's jump in here and see where we're at. Okay, so we got Z. Kirstine is back. She says chilling. Okay, all right, good. We're all chilling. Chilling or chillin', I don't know. We got Zappin 321. I think you're new here, Zappin. Welcome. Hello, Mark. We got Dean Hendricks. Hello, Mark. I think I remember your name, Dean. We got Jeannie's back. All right, Jeannie's always back here. Good. Hi, Mark and everyone. Glad for another call tonight. Absolutely. Glad to have you. Susie Snowflake is back. Hi, Susie. Hi, everyone, she says. Suzanne C. says hi. Hi, Suzanne. We've got Slavomir Barnett is back. Good. I told you before about my son and his autism. Why are his pupils so large? Half his eye during the day, and 3/4 of his eyes during the night with lights on in the house. He has good vision. Your thoughts? Okay, so my thoughts on that is that the pupils of the eye are really tied into your nervous system. And when I see either really large pupils or even really tight pupils, I go straight to the adrenal glands. And take a look in his eyes, Slavomir, and see if he has what are called nerve rings. Nerve rings are kind of circular lines that go around the iris of the eye. The iris is the colored part of the eye. The pupil, of course, is the center. So towards the outside of that iris, you'll see some circles. You know, some just that go all around, just lines. That's a sign, that's called nerve rings, and that's a sign of neurological weakness. And that points to the adrenal glands, and usually points to the fact that you got to get up and clean up the brain too. Upper circulation, brain and nerve herbs are good. Of course, there's autism there, so definitely want to do that. Want to get up into that brain area and use those herbs and really clean that up and go after those adrenal glands. And also, you want to do some physical things to stimulate too, like hot and cold showers, ear candling. 3 or 4 candles per ear helps a lot. Neurolymphatic massage, where you learn to tap on the neck here and tap in these areas, and it gets the head draining. Okay, I have videos at my website, MarkJamesGordon.com. Just type in lymphatic massage. You'll see them. I'll teach you how to do that. Really, really vital. Also, you want to clean up the transverse colon. That's usually dirty if you've got head stagnation there. Transverse colon is cleaned up with the GI broom and the stomach and bowel formulas. And then the head can drain. If you don't have that cleaned up, the head just has a hard time draining. So weak nervous system, okay? And probably born with weak adrenals. Check the blood pressures. That upper number should be around 120. Most people are down around in the low hundreds, even below. So definitely want to work on that, okay? But I can help you guys if you need my help. But get a hold of me, Mark at MarkJamesGordon.com, and give me more information. I want to help you guys, okay? We got the boss. Hey, Mark, what's your email? Mark at MarkJamesGordon.com, M-A-R-K at MarkJamesGordon, G-O-R-D-O-N.com. I got photos of my, I guess, eyes that I took with my phone flash out of curiosity, and I see these clouds. I can't even really tell the color. It's like a faded green with 2 clouds of it, lots of stripes and a circle around my pupil. Well, it sounds, the thing is, we only really have blue eyes and we only really have brown eyes. So if you got green in there, that's lymphatic stagnation that's showing up in the eyes. And what happens is, when the lymph stagnation comes in, it's usually white, and then it starts to go yellow. That means it's going into a more chronic stage. It's been there longer, a more toxic stage. And it can even get to the fact where it gets brown and even black. People sometimes with brown eyes and really dark brown eyes and even black eyes really have blue eyes. It's crazy. There's tons of stories of people moving lymph and cleaning up and watching those eyes go back to blue. So it's lymphatic stagnation you got going there. When I hear clouds in the eyes, it's all lymph. And stripes, lots of stripes in a circle around the pupil. Well, that sounds like what we were talking about, those nerve rings. Okay, but sure, send me over the eyes. I'll take a quick look at them for you, no problem. Stripes around the iris, yeah. Okay, so that's nervous system weakness. That's adrenal glands and the brain. So, and solar plexus too. So we want to clean that up. Okay. That's just never is good. I mean, who likes to go around in life and be dragging and lethargic and mopey and all that stuff? And then knowing that you have weak adrenals, you're setting yourself up for all kinds of problems, neurological problems. The adrenals do so many things too. They make antacid steroids that fight acidosis in the body. They actually make, they also make hormones that actually help you metabolize minerals and metabolize sugar. So most of us have weak adrenals. We got to fix this. We got to go after these. Got to detox the body generally and go after those adrenals. And licorice root is really good for raising blood pressures and strengthening those adrenals, provided you don't have high blood pressure. Okay, so yeah, you guys go to my website. I just released a report. It's Basic Detoxification. This is a free report. You can download it at my website. And it's just basic detoxification and how to write your own herbal protocol. I finally got off my butt and I released this because I want everybody to be able to write their own protocols. You don't need to hire me. Once you get the hang of this, you can write your own and design your own detox program. That's my dream. My dream is to be such a great teacher that you guys don't need me anymore, okay? Seriously. So it's a very simple thing. I've refined it down to some bare essences, put a lot of really great information in there for free. And you just go to my website and you'll see it. It's one of the, I blog posted it. It's probably the most current blog post. So go get that, you guys. It's really, really great. And it'll really help you. And you'll be able to design your own protocols. Okay. So yeah, of course, in the more complex things, I'm here to help for sure on that. Okay. Jessica M. Hi. How do you cure HSV2, herpes simplex virus 2? Well, we don't cure anything here. We don't treat anything. I guess the only cure for it is really kicking it out of the body. You know, the thing about viruses, you can't kill them. They're not really technically alive. There's a lot of debate on this, but a lot of scientists think they're not even really truly alive. So you can't really kill them with the herbs. What you got to do, the herbs are going to help immensely, of course, to move lymph, to get everything else moving, so you can clean the body out and reverse these acids. But, the greatest thing about these herbs is that they're going to help you move lymph. And they're going to clean up acids and get this flushed out of the body. They're going to help open up those kidneys. You got to do the work. You've got to move lymph head to toe, because these viruses are very, very insidious. They can habitate all over the body and they can hide. They're very intelligent beings. So you want to be able to get your lymph so cleaned up that they move, that they're flushed out of the body. Now this can take time, but it's great work. You're doing the great work. What else is there? What else can you do? There's nothing else to do, right? And viral medications are very, very dangerous. There's a lot of major side effects. So this is really the only thing to do, is to learn detoxification, move lymph head to toe. You're going to be just cleaning the body. I mean, it takes years just to take even a healthy body and get it to levels of supreme health. You know, it takes years to really get that level, but we're talking about, number one, you start taking in alkaline foods like your fruits, berries, melons, and salads, and you start moving lymph, you're going to alkalize this lymphatic system and the blood system, and these things go dormant. They really love to come alive during acid and acidic condition. A lot of people with these herpes, cold sores are a part of the herpes family, and when they eat like an unripe pineapple or kiwis, they get an outbreak. It's the same thing with the body. You take in acid chemistries, which is grains, dairy, and meats, you can have flare-ups, especially when you eat these meats. So stay off of that, get on an alkaline chemistry, and this stuff goes dormant. And when it's dormant, you can't spread it, which is great. And now you're working on getting it out of the body, but you're also working on just healing the body overall. So this is a great wake-up call, fantastic wake-up call for you. Consider it a blessing, and for you to take action. Okay, what kind of herbs would you recommend taking? Go to that report, download that report. And if you email me, actually, I have a report on viruses, how to get, the things to do to get viruses out. It's basically the same as that report, but you want to add in circulation herbs and maybe some skin herbs too. What kind of, should all food be organic? Well, in a perfect world, it'd be great to have all organic food. Sometimes we can't do that. If you can't get pure organics, wash the heck out of those fruits and vegetables, please. Yeah. Okay, so good luck on that. But yeah, Mark at MarkJamesGordon.com. I will send you that report on the virals, and it's pretty much the same as the one on just basically writing your own protocol and a basic detox plan. CM, hi Mark, do you recommend eating watermelon seeds? I don't eat them myself, but I don't think there's any harm in it. But it's not something I do. But there's different sides to that, but I don't do it. Slavomir, you heard of the Barefoot Herbalist, interesting parasite formula mix between Hulda Clark and Dr. Christopher. I haven't heard of the Barefoot Herbalist. I like the name though, and I love Dr. Christopher, and Hulda Clark. I thought she was doing some good work as well especially with the electronic devices. But don't know the Barefoot Herbalist. But thank you for putting him or her into my consciousness. If that name starts showing up a lot, I'll know that I'm supposed to go there and really check that out. But good. Okay, good. So hold on, I jumped over some people here. There's my watermelon seeds thing. Now, why isn't this moving? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Dr. Christopher's great. He taught Dr. Morse a lot about herbs as well. But let me know what's in that parasite formula. We love the black walnut hulls. I mean, those are amazing especially for funguses, and we love the pau de arcos and the cat's claws and the wormwood for the large worms and all that. So I'm sure there's some good stuff in there. Z Christine, when I go raw, I notice I start getting cramps in the legs and feet. Is there a reason for this? Yeah, you're starting to move out some lymph. You're stirring the pot, you're stirring up acids. Acids are what's causing this cramping. So it's good, yeah. It's good to work on these legs and feet. This is one of the sticky areas of the body. We're such vertical beings, and the lymph doesn't really have a pump. So unless you're exercising, you're going to get stagnation of lymph down there, which can turn acidic, and I sit a lot. So I've got to always work on my legs. And I had surgery on my ankle, on the right ankle, and I had to have 6 screws put in. And I'm such a chicken, and I hate hospitals so much, I've never gotten them out. So I've got to continuously work on the circulation in my legs, or I start to get some pooling. I can see the blood pooling, all that stuff, and get a little bit of inflammation. So I know this. You gotta really work on that. You gotta dry skin brush, get the legs over the head, pull that back. You can take some circulation herbs, lower circulation herbs for sure, and do some rebounding, do some brisk walking, some cycling. But you got to move that. Just rising up on your toes and back just pumps those calves. But you got to keep stimulation and get up from the seat. Set a timer every half hour. Get up and walk around a little bit. I know I have to do that. And I have to break down and take magnesium. That usually keeps them at bay. Yeah, that's kind of just treating it, but you have to move lymph and get the acids out, or they're going to just chew on you even more. You can get, especially the women, can get what's called lymphedema, and the lymph gets so stagnant and so acidic that the body starts hitting it with a ton of water to cool everything down, and that water starts to pocket in those legs, and you can just get elephant legs. It's horrible. You don't want that. So really, really get this while it's still early in there, and do those things and physically move it and detox, get the kidneys filtering and move that lymph. Okay, so we got Dean. Mark, is there a tie between detoxification and depression? Yeah, there is. What happens is, I seem to experience depression when detoxing. Is there something I should do different? No. What happens is, as you release toxins in the body, you release, these cells store emotions, and so you're basically going to have to go through it. You can be good to yourself. You can take some, there's some flower essences like moonshine yarrow is a wonderful one that Dr. Morse loves. That will help you, have cut flowers in the house and things like that. Treat yourself good, stay in a good frame of mind, do some meditation, go into higher thoughts, spiritual books, spiritual talks, really good. You'll get through it. The only way out is through. You're processing things, you're healing. It's actually part of the healing. And you're healing on an emotional level, a physical level, and a spiritual level all at the same time. this detoxification is such a blessing, you guys, that you heal on all these levels. And but it's like with detoxification. The only way out is through. You gotta move acids out through the body and into those kidneys. That's why if you start going too fast, you're gonna get kidney pains, swollen lymph nodes, and all that. That's a sign you got to slow down a little bit. So another thing, if you get too depressed, yes, slow it down a little bit. The depression is highly tied to calcium levels in the blood. If you've got a weak parathyroid, because that's where your calcium utilization is, you're going to experience depression. So you may want to work on that thyroid and parathyroid. There are glandulars for that. The thyroid herbs seem to help. Dr. Morse's thyroid thymus tonic, Giovanna's thyroid boost. Also, there's a bones formula at both those places. Bones joints formula. Those have kelp in them and some things to help, build up calcium and to target the parathyroid. So So be good to yourself, treat yourself well, and keep digging, especially in that parathyroid thyroid area. And you may want to check that pituitary. Learn to read the eyes and look for that pituitary. If you see a lot of lymph stagnation up in the head, I should actually do a video on that. I have those lessons, those iridology lessons, where that pituitary is. But check that pituitary, or send your eyes over to me. I'll take a look. But if the pituitary's down, you're gonna have a hard time getting those other glands up. So good luck. Yeah, keep detoxing. Only way out is through, and that's a little bit of a plan for you. Okay. And email me, and I'll give you that simple, basic plan on how to write your own protocols and all that good stuff. Okay. We got Seamus McGrath is back. All right. Hi, everyone. Day 97 now of his juice fast. Fantastic. A lot of mucus still coming out. Definitely getting harder. Lost a lot of weight. Stomach hurts a bit more as well. I did a report like where's all this mucus coming from? It's actually endless. As you start, he's on 97 days of juice. I mean, he's detoxing like crazy, getting down to deeper and deeper levels of acidosis. When you start uncovering these deeper layers, the body hits it with mucus to protect the body. So that mucus it's an endless cycle. Acids create mucus, but little by little, you're just peeling away that onion. So you're doing some great work. Stomach hurts a bit. Okay, so you're really doing some deep work in that stomach. So slippery elm makes a great tea. Marshmallow root makes a great tea too to cool that stomach down. Help with the mucosa. It helps soothe the mucosa of the stomach and the GI tract, and even down in the bladder and kidneys. Okay, so those are really fantastic emergency herbs. Slippery elm and the marshmallow root. And even mullein is good too. But those two are really good because they actually kind of give a gelatinous texture to them as you cook them in your tea. So good luck to you. All right. We've got Jose de Gomez. Welcome back, Jose. How can you tell when your bowels have finally cleaned out completely from built up old fecal matter that's stuck in the bowel wall? Good question. Man, I don't know of too many people who can't still do work on their bowels. When you really start getting into high levels of bowel detox, you're going to release mucoid plaque. And the only time I've ever done it is on the master fast. And that's when I was drinking grape juice, and I was taking the psyllium pudding, which is psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal, and also on the GI broom by Dr. Morse. Those things got me going. I was removing mucoid plaque. It's a toxic black sludge, and that lines the bowels, and that was huge for me. That was on day 8 of my first juice fast and day 2 or 3 on my second. So that's, when that stops, when that mucoid plaque stops, you've done some pretty darn good work. Just when that old fecal matter stops, a lot of that fecal matter will cause a lot of gas in the bowels. So when your gas, comes down, if you're eating properly, you shouldn't have much gas anymore. So that's a good sign too. So yeah, so that black tarry plaque stops, and you know, your bowels your bowel movements look a lot better. There's not all these strange colors in them. They're just well formed, and you know, kind of monochromatic, I think, is a good sign too. And you'll just feel a lot better, you know. You'll have less indigestion, less bowel pains, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't really know. How do you know when you have perfect bowels? I guess when I look at your eyes and I see a perfect circle around the outside of that pupil, when it's not all jaggedy and pocketed and all that, then I would say, wow, you've done some great work. But keep digging. It can take, like I say, it can take years to get to high levels here. So just keep digging. Slavomir, your opinion about distilled water for fasting and only water you should drink. What's the truth? That it pulls out inorganic material out of the body. This is a great question, and in fact, it's a very timely question, because I'm in fact releasing a video tomorrow. My daughter's going to be posting it up on YouTube and Facebook and the blog. It's really Dr. Morse talking. It's the first time I heard him really do an in-depth talk about water. And Dr. Morse lays it all down about water. And what he's saying is that distilled water is actually acidic to the body. So he doesn't like it. He says there's been no evidence of it pulling leaching minerals out of the body. He's never seen any compelling evidence to say that. So, but he likes mineral water. He likes natural spring mineral water from the mountains. He claims that is alkalizing to the body and energizing to the body. So, so he likes that. Okay, great question, and that will be up on the YouTube and Facebook tomorrow, you guys. So, stay tuned for that. It's a really good one. We got Chimik. Hello there. All right. We got Zach Plasic. Hi, Zach. Welcome back. Just bought the Fab 4 off of Giovanna Detox. Looking forward to some progress. Yeah. It's called the 4 pillars. It's just the basic 4. It's kidney herbs, lymph herbs, herbs for the endocrine glands, and herbs for the stomach and bowels. And that's your basic foundation of any herbal kit. You always start there, no matter what week you're in. You're always doing those 4. So good start. Excellent, Zach. Let us know how you do on that, okay? We got same as Jose, I'm on day 97 of my fast. Last week, I thought I was done with mucus, but a few days ago, the strings kept coming out. Yeah, are we ever really done? I don't know. We just keep reaching higher levels. I guess when we reach the highest levels, we're immortal, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll live to be 900 like the people in the Bible. I don't know. It's great. Hey, doesn't hurt to find out. Let's keep going. What do you got to lose? Nothing but a bunch of mucus, pus, and acids, right? And toxins. Jamie, been having a really hard time taking eye pictures because my eyes are dark brown. I do notice a bunch of nerve rings, and that's it. Yeah, get yourself a pen light. A very, one of those, small flashlights with kind of a pen. They come with these little tiny, what do they used to call those? Pez lights or something. Anyways, it's a very small light source, and you get it right next to the eye, a pen light next to the eyeball, okay, and get it real close. Have someone hold it in there, or get some help, okay, and get that really raking from the side so we can see the texture of the eyes, and you can light up a very dark brown eye. But if you're just using, regular lighting or daylight in the room, forget it. You're never going to get it. So get a pen light in a darkened room, okay? And that's going to really bring out those eyes, okay? Right next to it. Get some help, okay? And good luck. Okay, thanks. Okay, so we've got Jose again. Same as what was your end result thus far? Okay, so we're trying to catch up. Jose, my psoriasis is way better. So psoriasis is way better. Yeah, psoriasis, it can be detoxed out, of course. It's lymph acids stuck in the skin. Get the kidneys open and filtering, work on that skin. Dry skin brushing is so good for psoriasis too. Just lightly brushing that skin gets the lymph moving at that skin layer. So excellent. We've got Des. I've got black dots in one of my eyes, other than my pupils. So the black dots are probably what we call they're called chemical or drug deposits in the eyes. Sometimes when you take pharmaceuticals, iodines, even sulfur, it can deposit in the eyes. That's usually what those black dots are. If they kind of indent into the eye, we call those crypts, and those are a sign of pretty serious deterioration. So I'd get an iridologist to look at those. I'm one of them. You can email them to me, and then to see for sure what's going on. But it's probably one of those two things. We got Samus. It's an investment in one's future. Absolutely, it's a great investment. Like someone goes to college for 4 years and invests in their education. This is an investment in health for life. Absolutely, well said, Samus. It is. I mean, you got to do this. I mean, there's no other choice. We weren't born in a perfect world with a perfect lymphatic system or a perfect body. So, food's not perfect, air's not perfect, the water's not perfect. So we've got to do this. Everybody's got to do it. Not everybody will do it. Not everybody wants to do it because they just haven't been educated, and they're still a little bit too indoctrinated, a little bit too brainwashed by the corporations and the culture. The culture is really not your friend. To quote the great Terence McKenna, culture is a plot that robs you of your individuality and puts you into control of corporations and governments, and you lose your sovereignty, you lose your free will. You've signed your free will over to the culture. So take back your power, and learn about detoxification and restore your natural birthright, which is supreme health. And the corporations would love to keep you sick, not necessarily knowingly. This is really conspiracy. It's just their bottom line. They hire CEOs and pay them $10, $20 million a year for one thing: deliver more profits to the bottom line. I don't care how you do it. The shareholders want return on investment. They don't care how they get it. If they can get away with poisoning you, with keeping you on pharmaceuticals, keeping you sick, to extract more money out of you, that's what they'll do. That's what they're incentivized to do. It's a for-profit industry, right? You have only one concern: your health. It's not about profit. Your profit is your health. So anyways, take your power back. Okay, we've got Shamik. Today is the 54th day for me on the Fab 4 and eating raw. Fantastic. I'm filtering a bit every day. Excellent. But if I don't drink enough during the day, I have a lot of pain in my intimate areas at night. What can it be? It's acidosis. Acids cause pain. Dr. Morse had designed the Heal All Tea as a douche to remove acidosis out of the female areas. A really fantastic aid to you. Lower circulation herbs too. You may have to slow down and detox a bit till the pain goes away, but try that. Try douching with that Heal All Tea, or Giovanna's Detox All Tea, or Giovanna's Lymph Mover Boost. These things can help move lymph in those areas down there and really, really assist you in getting acids out. So pain equals acids, you guys. Acids equals stagnant lymph. It's really simple. Two sides to chemistry: acids and alkaline. You want to be alkalized. Really that simple. Dr. Morse has kept it so simple for us because he wants a lot of healers out there in this world, and you guys just need to know the basics, and you're healers of yourself and your friends and family. You teach who you are and what you do. So you're a teacher while you're detoxing. Okay, so good. So all right. So Samus is sorry for his typing, large finger, small phone. No worries. We got you. I do a little bit of deciphering. No worries. Oh, I just skipped ahead again. Sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Jose. Okay, I think I might have mega lymphatic stagnation. Yeah, you wouldn't be alone. I don't recall having my eyes pop up lighter spots. Since when I went raw, it keeps getting lighter and more spots. My eyes have always looked black. Popped up lighter spots. Are you talking about in the iris of the eyes, lighter spots? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You might be moving lymph, and your eyes were black, so now they're starting to lighten as you're moving lymph. You're going to move. Lymph doesn't move perfectly simultaneously, so the areas where you're moving more lymph are probably going lighter. That could be it. That'd be my first guess without seeing the eyes. You're getting suspicious that you might be moving lymph. Z. Christine, this is awesome to be able to write our own protocol. Absolutely, but we will always need you as our teacher. I'm always here for you. I'm so appreciative to have found you. Oh, man, thank you very much. And I'm here to help, really. It's my mission. And I want you guys to be part of the crusade, too. So anything I can do to help. Good work, Shamik. Absolutely, yes. Paul, hi, Mark. Is it possible for people with certain conditions or weaknesses to be sensitive to fruit, sugar? Well, yeah, in the beginning, your body's not used to the fruit. So sometimes, when people are, if they're not real big grain eaters, but they do eat a lot of meats and all that, they may have a little bit of a problem with the adrenal glands. It might take a few weeks to reset. So take it slow. You need the fruit because that's the most pure, perfect mono sugar you can take in. It's non-acid forming, and it energizes the body, and it will help clean those adrenal glands that metabolize the sugar. So if you're weak in sugar metabolism, you don't want to pound a 24-ounce smoothie, within 10 minutes. You want to pace yourself, but you need the sugars from the fruit. Those are the sugars you need. Okay, so yes. The certain condition would be weak adrenal glands and then pounding a lot of fruit right on top of that. Yeah, kind of slowly reverse yourself into it. And you may want to get a blood sugar monitor. You can get those at any pharmacy. They're $7, $8. It's the strips where they get you. But you can learn to test your blood sugar and kind of keep an eye on that. But go slow in the beginning until those adrenal glands turn around. Get those kidneys filtering. Get on some gland herbs and adrenal herbs if you got low blood pressure. Getting a blood pressure meter is a good idea. $50 on Amazon. You got one that fits on the wrist. I have an Omron, OMRON. You're trying to get those blood pressures up to around 120. That if you're down around 100 on that upper number, that's a sign you got weak adrenals. 105, 110, anything below 115, you got to do some work. Okay, Slavomir, been doing short fasts, 12 to 24 hours on and off. That's probably dry fasting where you don't take in any fluids or food. Why do I find myself getting angry while I'm in the fast? I'm extremely irritated by everyone while doing this. Yeah, your blood sugars are probably spiking and dropping, and yeah, it's your adrenals are clearing. I get the same. Yeah, it can be a little bit tough. It does get easier, but you just got to kind of calm yourself and ride through it. Okay, and just know it's part of the ride. And a lot of people do have. It's just anxiety, really, but it's a sign that you're clearing. You're cleaning. Okay, so good. Let's see. Where do we go here? Let's see. We got a lot here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got Des. How long has he been eating like that? Oh man, I've lost our thread of what we're even talking about. How long has he been eating like that? I think you got to restate your question. That might be from a question back in the stack, you guys. Okay, so what's your diet like, bro? Maybe you're talking to me. Yeah. Okay, so Shine Christo. Oh, it's a beautiful name. Okay, my diet is like this. I am fruit till noon. In the morning, that's sort of my credo. I love fruit. I start out with a juice, pure juice, just to get everything starting. You're in the cleansing mode in the morning, and then I'll go to a smoothie. I'll take some frozen berries, some orange juice, apple juice, grape juice. Throw some berries in there, maybe a little banana, whatever I've got. I'll just throw it in there. So I got a nice smoothie there. My second smoothie might actually also contain some baby power greens I get from Trader Joe's. They're organic, and there's baby kale, baby spinach, and baby chard. I'll throw that. It works really well for me. And then I'll move into my salads, or more fruit, maybe a bowl of fruit, maybe more salads. And sometimes I have a crunchy. I like crunch. And I really don't like to do the fried chips, so I like to take, Trader Joe's has rice tortillas. I fold them into quarters and I toast them and I smear avocado on there. And I call them my fruit pizzas, and I'll smear avocado on them. I'll dice up some olives, maybe dice up some little bit of onion and tomato, and I've got a raw pizza, except for the little bit of the crust there. But you know, it's great, and that's really wonderful. So things like that. And then in the evenings, you know, sometimes if I want to do some steamed veggies or maybe a little bit of a soup or something, you know, if it's cold. If I'm not detoxing, if I'm detoxing, I'm fruits and salads, you know, mostly fruits. But you know, just for life, you know, that's pretty much it. And then I will do some, you know, I'm not perfect when I'm not detoxing, so I might have a little bit of Indian food or a little Thai food or something like that. But I keep it real small, you know, a little bit of Italian food. Things that I know that aren't good, but I eat in such a small quantity, I don't get too much of a blowback, and I know that my body can process it out. Is it perfect? No. But, you know, life we have a lot of pleasures, especially through the taste buds. So, you know, do your heavy work though, you know, get serious if you're healing, but, you know, this isn't a sentence for life that you never get to taste a bite of pizza again. You know, it's not like that. You're going to find your balance and find your method of you know, of staying on a really, really high alkalizing diet and still enjoying the fruits of life, even though they're not fruit. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. And I'm here to give you the good news. And the good news is you're going to feel so darn good. You're not going to want these things in any kind of a big quantity anymore. There is no way I could go to an Indian restaurant and sit down and have an Indian dinner. There's no way. I would be paying such a heavy price for it, consciously and physically, that I wouldn't do it. But will I taste it? You better believe it. Absolutely. And will I enjoy that small amount? You better believe it. Have you spiritual experiences? Have you had spiritual experiences while fasting? Yeah, that's part of it, actually. That is part of it. You know, part of the detox process is, like I say, it's physical and spiritual and emotional. So yeah, you know, you can have out of body experiences, lucid dreaming, your meditations become deeper, all those kinds of things. You know, intuition becomes a lot greater for me. My sensitivity to you people becomes much more acute. I can look at pictures of people and kind of know what's going on with them really quickly. Definitely helps me in when I talk to people on the phone and just get a read on people emotionally. So yeah, just a lot of gifts, you guys, a lot of gifts, because your pineal gland is gonna clean out, and that's the key to the spirit world. It's your link between the realms, basically. Spiritual third eye, they call it. So yeah, many great benefits like that. So yeah, absolutely. Slavomir, I understand how you feel the urge to eat bad food will get in the way of your focus, but now that you expect it, prepare for it with some good, healthy treats. Yeah, absolutely. You know, clean out the cupboards and have some good stuff in there. That really helps. I mean, if you got some bad food in there, you might end up eating it in a weak moment. So it's good to try to keep yourself away from that. I understand that a lot of us live with people that are not going to change right now, and they're going to have their 3-pound bag of Lay's potato chips on top of the fridge, and it's going to drive you crazy. But you know, do the best you can. Or maybe tell them, look, you know, can we hide that in this back cabinet and just take it out when you need it or something? You know, work out your plan, but out of sight, out of mind, really. But yeah, maybe plan your treats. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to call them treats instead of cheats. Cheats is a bad word. It sounds like I'm sneaking around, but they're just treats. You know, it's fine. Edwina, right? I thought you were dehydrated when you cramp. Yeah, that's part of it too. What is dehydration? Acids dehydrate. When you got sticky acidic lymph, the only way to get it unstick it is to hydrate it. So yes, you're correct. I've been having cramps in every part of my body, and it's always when I'm eating the cleanest. Yeah, because you're stirring up acids. You're stirring up acids. I hope that makes sense. I get the worst cramps. My kidneys are filtering big time. Good. So you're moving acids. Massage in those areas. Help that lymph flow. Okay. Acids cramp you. No question about it. And it's a sign of low calcium too. I probably should have said that earlier. You know, cramping is low calcium. So look at that parathyroid. Work on that parathyroid. And you know, take in you know, the bones formulas. That give you some extra calcium and things like that. That'll help you. I'm glad your kidneys are filtering. That's really, really great. Congratulations. Fantastic news. Okay, Z Christine, I take the Barefoot Herbals. I've gotten rid of worms with just the children's formula. I was told it gets rid of the eggs too. Fantastic. Wow, that's really good. Excellent. Good. I'll have to look into the Barefoot Herbals. That's good news. We got Shine Crystal. Appreciate you, brother. OOB, out of body. Absolutely. Yeah, you better believe it. Dr. Morse talks a lot about his out of body experiences for sure. So good. Let's see. A bath with Epsom salts will give you magnesium, helps with cramps. I used to run a lot and help my legs. Yeah, that's a good point too. Absolutely. Oh, I've skipped over Vicky. Sorry. Does eating lots of fruit cause candida in the body to get worse? No. You know, the fruits will actually are good because they cleanse the body. They move lymph, which is where the candida hides. So you do need that. This is the myth. You know, you cannot avoid sugars. You're trying to like keep sugars out of the body, and you're going to eat grains that are full of sugars. I keep mentioning this. It's worth mentioning. You know, you've got the Harvard study that talks about the fruit sugars, versus the sugars that are found in the grains. And the bagel's got a glycemic load, how much it raises your blood sugar, of 5. And of 25, and the apple, orange, peach, plum, or pear has got 5. So 5 times more sugar in that bagel than in that piece of fruit. So you got to change your thinking on that. We need the fruit to alkalize the body and to move lymph and to energize the body so everything runs better. So we do need it. It's actually a friend to candida once you start moving lymph. Okay, the reason why the candida is in there is you're not moving lymph and it's festering in there and basically making a nice cozy home. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to get to the point where our lymphatic system is moving so well that this stuff just cannot set up shop. And the fruit thins the lymph, it alkalizes the lymph, and it gets it flowing. So that's why we need it. Okay. A bath with them. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we got Sean J. Moran. I did the Master Fast for a week and was seeing sediment in my urine. Yep, fantastic. Master Fast is powerful. I keep saying it's so powerful it might be too powerful for most of us. I broke the fast yesterday eating only fruit and haven't seen any sediment since. Should I always be seeing sediment? No, sediment is got a mind of its own. I'm still trying to get into the head of sediment and find out exactly what is going on there. So, yeah, so you don't always see sediment, and even if you have a little bit of speckles in there, that's better than nothing, okay? So, yeah, don't always plan on seeing sediment, but you should see it sporadically, and you should always see a little something. And I bet if you look real close, you're going to see some speckles, okay? Shamik, thank you, Samus McGrath, all right. Shouts out to Samus, okay. We've got Slavomir. Check out the Barefoot Herbalist. A lot of material to read, and his take on parasite cleansing. His formulas are an upgrade to Hulda Clark. Oh, we'll take a look. Thank you, Z. Christine. As a preventative, I take 1 teaspoon of the Barefoot 7 days before the full moon, since that is the time they reproduce, and continue 3 days after. No more round or tapeworms. Okay, good. Got to kick those out. We don't like worms in the body. They shouldn't be there. It means you got a dirty sewer. Worms are going to love a dirty sewer. Candida loves a dirty sewer. They all love dirty sewers. That's why we're cleaning up that sewer and kicking them out. Okay, so Des, what about taking potassium carbonate in water? Don't do it. Gets rid of. Does that get rid of mucus? So we don't do any kind of chemicals. We don't do any isolated chemistry. All our chemistry comes holistically through the herbs and the fruits and vegetables. Just keep it simple like that. Yeah, we don't get fancy with isolated chemistries, because if you take in a certain chemical or a certain mineral too much, then it offsets the balance of the others, and you got a whole nother problem. We want homeostasis. We want balance. Ruben, question about urine therapy. I've been doing topical urine therapy on my hair, and my hairline has come back, and I see thin little hairs growing all over and getting thicker thoughts. Yeah, I've never done urine therapy, and it's just so crazy to me. But so many people tell me about the benefits and how great it is. It's just outside of my consciousness, I don't know, man. I see a lot of people it's working for, so it's great. If it's working for you, great. Maybe it's something that I'll embrace later in my journey, but I'm not there yet. I'm just not there yet. Don't know why that is. It just seems so crazy to me. But this used to seem crazy to me too. So maybe I'm behind the times. I don't know. But good, it's working for you. Fantastic. That's great. Marina. Having had a colonoscopy, is my system pretty much cleaned out? Guys, colonoscopies don't really, yeah, they give you that stuff to clean you out. But look at, you can remove solid waste out of the colon. But what we're looking to do is we're looking to remove the solid waste, but we're also looking to move lymph inside of the bowel wall. Okay, that is really what we're doing. We want to clean the acids out of that bowel wall to remove the inflammation, stagnation in the bowel wall. This is what most people don't understand when they're doing colon cleanses. We're going after that bowel wall because if you have stagnant lymph there, you don't get proper absorption and you get acids trapped in there to chew on you and destroy your bowels. And a lot of people have very, very bad bowels. And that's the reason. Okay, Shine, Crystal, urine therapy is magic for sure. Okay, wow, great. Yeah, a lot of great testimonials on that. Amazing. Ruben's back. Have you ingested it, Shine? Oh, taking in the urine, drinking it. I did it for like 3 days only. Shine says, yes, drink it all the time. It's very powerful. Man, wow, you guys are brave. I hear it's got a lot of our own immunities. Immune, helpers in there. Ruben, on any diet, Ruben question, the cleaner your diet, the better. Always. Ruben, can you give me advice? Shine says, I've been fruit fasting for 22 days. Clean out first before you do the urine therapy is what Shine is saying. Ruben, I have some questions about how to age it and make it ammonia. Not vinegar. See, Christine, by the way, Mark, your daughter loves your kidney herb mix. She says it is, my daughter loves your kidney herb mix. It says it's helped her a lot. Fantastic. Thank you. I'm so glad that helps. Yeah, it really helps people get filtration and actually clean the sediment out of those kidneys and get them filtering. Send me an email, fam. Shine wants you to email. Okay, so give us your, here it is down here. Shine Wave, SHINE Wave, WAV13, WAVE13 at gmail.com. ShineWave13 at gmail.com. Shine says urine therapy works, though, bro. Okay, good. Ruben, all right. I'm going to send it now. Okay. For sure. All right, great. So we got some side things going here. Excellent. Let us know. Report back, Ruben. How are you going to do on that? We want to know. I believe my hair is coming back in and thick. Wow, fantastic. Wow. So yeah. So urine therapy testimonials are all over the place. Absolutely, they are. Man, I learn something new all the time. Okay. I'm still trying to drink my turpentine. It's still in the cupboard. So I'm behind you guys. I'm probably older than most of you people, so I'm a little bit slower to take on these new things. But you can teach an old dog new tricks for sure. I will send my iris pictures, Mark. Great, Jose. Thank you. Is there a way I can get analysis along with treatment options? Yeah, I do iris analysis. I do a full iris analysis, reading the eyes. I'll give you a video and map out your whole entire eyes. It's $99, and I run specials from time to time, so stay tuned if you want to get a discount. Or do I have to have the full consultation? No, I do just iridology outside of a full consult. And if you do an iridology reading with me and you want me to write you full on protocols, diet, herbs, and physical protocols, I'll give you credit for that iridology. So you don't have to pay for it twice. Mr. Bank Foreclosures, are you on Master Fast? I am not on Master Fast right now. I have done 42 days, 44 days on Master Fast, though. It was excellent. Very, very powerful, though. So be careful. Not everybody's ready for such power. Okay, healthy is everything, out of body. Or is that OOB or OOAA? I don't know. All right, health is everything. You better believe it. That is worth saying. Absolutely. All right, I skipped ahead. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, here we go. So Ruben, send email. Thanks a lot. Okay, good. So Jay Coogan, yesterday, half of the white of my eye has a solid red. It looks like blood. I do have headaches. Didn't bump it. What should I do? Half my white of my eye is solid red. It looks like blood. Didn't bump it. Wow, I do have headaches. Might have broken a blood vessel up there. You know, it sounds. Do you have high blood pressure? I would check your blood pressures. You know. Man, it's definitely lymphatic stagnation up in the head, and you could have kidney blockage and high blood pressure and all that. I'd go down to a kiosk at CVS or Rite Aid, one of those places, and get your blood pressure tested. See what's going on there. Wow. I do have headaches. Didn't bump it. What should I do? Yeah, sounds like a ruptured blood vessel and all that. You got to detox it out. You got to lower those blood. Man. I'd get your blood pressure taken. See if you got high blood pressure. If you do, I'd maybe go see a doctor about that. You know, check that out. Let us know. But detox. I mean, you get the kidneys filtering, the blood pressure start coming down. Once the inflammation starts coming out of the body, the blood pressures just drop in the head as well. This is a tough question. Just not enough information to really answer you. But detox is always the answer. It's just where do we specifically need to go after? So Jessica, any advice on getting rid of ovarian cysts? So cysts are lymphatic. It's acidosis, okay, in the ovaries. Estrogen is a very acidic hormone. So is testosterone. We need progesterone from the adrenal glands in order to counteract it. And, we take in acid-forming foods, and we got acids trapped in the body. You got to move them. So overall detox, get the kidneys filtering. Dr. Morse's GI Broom or Giovanna's Detox All Tea as a douche to alkalize the ovaries in that whole area. You want to use that and use that to pull lymph acids out. It's wonderful for that. Dr. Morse says that atypical cells, those precancerous cells in the female areas have reversed in as little as 3 or 4 weeks. So this is a sign of acidosis. You want to get those adrenals up, get more progesterone going. You know the drill. Lymphatic detoxification, work on those glands, and lower circulation herbs. Female reproductive tonics help too. Okay, so good luck, Jessica. I'm here to help if you need me, of course. Edwina, cramping is a sign of what? I thought it was dehydration. Dehydration, acidosis, and low calcium. Okay. Marina, we are all teachers giving advice. Yeah, we teach who we are. Whatever we're putting, what our state of health, all that stuff, our moods, all that. That's what we're teaching. We teach all the time. Sometimes subconsciously, unconsciously, and sometimes not such good information. Shamik, thank you so much. Mark, I love you. I love you too, Shamik. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. We got Carl Mulder. All right. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. Love this show. It helps us all a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much for sharing all your journeys. Absolutely. Carl posts a lot at the Master Fast Border. Used to. I think I'm in the progress of changing my dad's diet. He likes pepper. I think cayenne is too strong. Is there any decent black pepper that is healthier than the norm? I love the cayenne. It's just if you do too much, it can be mucus forming. I would just back off on it. If it's too strong for dad, just back off. But it's it is a really wonderful pepper. It's stimulating to the blood and the lymph. It's anti-inflammatory. It's got a lot of vitamin C, and it's just great. I would just back off on it, but good. You bet, Carl. Des, your pizza sounds good. Yeah, the fruit pizza. I love it. It's great. It is a great treat. Allegria. Hey, Mark, you look great. Thank you, especially your skin. Thank you. Today is my day 25 on grape juice and lemon fast. Awesome. And sometimes I would notice lots of discharge in my private areas. This is normal. Maybe I have a UTI. Yeah, discharge in the private areas. You're moving some lymph. You're on a grape juice fast. I mean, you're kicking butt. You're moving lymph. If you have a UTI, you get the burning and all that, but you don't have the burning. You're just kicking out lymph. It comes out of every orifice. Trust me. So you're doing good. Jessica, you're an amazing person. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Appreciate that. Wow. guys are too nice to me. Thank you. Jamie, I've noticed when I ate lettuces at night, I was having bowel movements that resembled dried spices in the toilet. Wow. Also wasn't getting rid of mucus as much. Now that I'm eating fruits and veggies, the mucus is back. You probably weren't hydrated enough. You know, the fruits are so hydrating. Sounds like you're just really dehydrated, you know. Yeah, I do a lot of fruits and juices, so I don't have to do a lot of waters. But certainly if you get real dry poops, I would just and really like toxic urine, real smelly, really concentrated urine. You can up your fruit intake or up your mineral water intake. Okay, Jessica M ×2. Mark is awesome. Oh, you guys are great. Thank you. Man, makes me feel good. Appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Bank Foreclosures. When I'm detoxing, my eye pain increases and cycles. My eye pain? Is that your eye pain or your pain? And cycles, but when I eat some salty French fries with ketchup, the pain goes away. Yeah, nothing like eating a bunch of French fries with ketchup to stop a detox. Yeah, and sometimes detox can equal pain as you're moving acid. So yeah, French fries will kill a detox pretty damn quick. So how is this? Also, my urine is very cloudy in the morning after French fries. Well, it shows me that you're actually moving lymph, and sometimes when we eat like garbage, it comes out. The garbage is kicked out. So, so it sounds like your lymph is moving, but, stay away from the French fries if you want to detox. I mean, if it's treat food and you've already done some good detox and you're taking a little break and you're cheating a little bit, yeah, what the heck? But yeah, sometimes on our treat food, we get a little more sediment. It shows you're doing something right. Marina, I've been fruiting, that's a good one, for 2 weeks with occasional cooked veggies. Good. A few pieces of bread. I'm working on getting to all fruit, 80% of diet with raw veggies. Good. Yeah, good. Sometimes it takes a little while to turn around the Titanic, but you definitely know the direction to go. That's more than 99.9999999% of the people. So good. We're trying to change that, though. And we're making inroads. So good. So excellent. Yeah, so you got a few little treats in there you're working on. Good. Fantastic. Excellent. Amanda, hello, Mark and everyone. I believe you're down in Australia, Amanda, so hello. Good to have you here again, Amanda. Let's see. I had about 4 or 5 large glasses of watermelon juice this morning. Wow, and some pain in the stomach, a kidney after that. Yeah, that's very, very astringent. Watermelon juice is so astringent. I think it could be moving lymph. You better believe it. You're pushing a lot of acids towards those kidneys. I would back off, okay? Some warm herbal tea has a similar effect. It depends on the herbal tea. If it's a lymphatic tea, yeah, you're going to push more acid. So back off a little bit. Slippery elm and mullein teas will help soothe things down. Aloe vera juice can help cool things down too. Okay? So, just back off. You're just moving a little too aggressively. We want to stay in this for the long haul. We don't need to be we don't need to be superheroes. Just back off a little bit. Brian, book The Choice is Clear by Dr. Alan Bannock explains water like no other. The Choice is Clear. Alan Bannock. Okay, let's look into that. $3.50 on Amazon. What the minerals are in the water and where they come from. Interesting. Yeah, for you those that want to investigate more. Good. Explain spring water, distilled water, dissolved rock in water that are the minerals that are in the water that people think are good but are dissolved rock. So maybe he's saying that they're not pre-digested minerals, which is a good point. Good point there. The best minerals, of course, are from the plants and in the fruits, because the plant has taken it and it's digested them, and now they're pre-digested minerals that are assimilated into the body so quickly. So good points there. The book might be worth a read. Excellent. I've always been underweight, and since eating raw, I've lost more as well as appetite and have to force myself to eat. Will I reach a point where I don't lose weight anymore? I did. I dropped a lot of weight when I first started detox and got very, very skinny. People were really worried about me. Of course, they were worried that I was a fruit eater, and then they were worried I was dropping a lot of weight. It did stop. The body wants to get down, clean out those fat stores. get those toxins and acids out of there, and then the body returned back. But you always want to work on those stomach and bowel, so you get proper absorption. You know, like I said, when you have mucoid plaque and acids in the bowel wall, you get inflammation and you don't absorb well. So yeah, it should return, but keep digging, okay. Yeah, it usually stabilizes, and then you start to gain weight back. We got Sean J. Moran. Thanks for answering my question. Really appreciate it. You bet. We'll continue to keep an eye out for the sediments. Looking forward to tuning in again. Absolutely. Come on back. We'd love to have you. Jamie, how do I know if I still have worms? Well, they keep popping out. You know, did kits 1 and 2, had Parasite G for 2 weeks. I'm on the 3rd and 4th now. Yeah, you know, detox, you know, you do a bottle or two of Parasite G. That's usually enough to kill them and kill the eggs. And then as you're especially cleaning out those stomach and bowels constantly and taking in the fruit, every once in a while you'll still kick out 1 or 2. But yeah, you've done some pretty darn good deep work there. So good. Yeah, when you stop kicking out worms, you're done, I guess. But there we go. Let's see. Can we stop the Morse, Dr. Morse cleanse after the 12-week protocol? Yeah, you can. You know, some people need to keep going on some herbs, though. They're very, very chronic. Most people, that 12-week is pretty darn good. But, you know, I would take a few months off and then you can reassess, but maybe do some maintenance like a Heal Alt or a Jivana Detox Alt, just to stay in maintenance mode and keep on the high fruit. And then you can reassess, okay? Or work with your health counselor to reassess where you need to go. Marina, thank you for explaining that, Mark. You better believe it. Marina, Z. Christine, thank you, Mark. I always learn something from you. I always learn something from you guys, too. It's great. Every time, every session, I learn things. So this is wonderful. Ruben, I will update you, Mark, with my before and after. I've been on for 2 months, and it's going great. Urine therapy is a bit too much for most, but if you compare it to the food in the store, at least you know exactly. Yeah, exactly. At least you know where it came from, right? Exactly. Amanda 2CM, I also lost weight and I am slim and underweight. I believe it will change in time. As absorption of nutrients improves, we need to be patient. Absolutely. And also your utilization of your nutrition will improve as those glands clear too, especially those adrenals. So good idea. Be patient and all that. A lot of us can get a lot skinnier than we think we can get. But if you're really concerned, you know, then you got to up your intake of calories. Ruben, where it comes from, it contains stem cells, and if ingested, the filtration, it acts like its own personally tailored vaccine. Speaking of the urine therapy, it has its own stem cells. Wow. And its own vaccine. Wow. Interesting. Kay Card. All right. Welcome, Kay. Can you stop after 12-week, Dr. Morse? Yeah, we just answered that question. You can. And you can take a few months off and reassess. Shine Christo, hey brother, do you sell herbs on your site? Yeah, I have JivanaDetox.com, Jivana Detox.com. My niche is really that I sell just the herb formulas in the raw herb form, just so people can save money. They can make their own tinctures and teas and save a lot of money. Are they as good as Dr. Morse herbs? Probably not as good, but they're certainly in the spirit of Dr. Morse's herbs, and I try to get all organic. Some I just can't get organic, so I get the highest quality wild crafted I can get. So, yeah, so go to JivanaDetox.com and check it out. And a lot of people, they'll get some of mine and they'll get some of Dr. Morse's that I can't, I don't have, or not as good. Like I actually carry the GI Broom because I can't. Yeah, that GI Broom is so wonderful, and it's got so many great things in it that's the one you got to have from Dr. Morse for sure. And of course, the stomach and bowel formulas are must-haves from Dr. Morse, and some of the other formulas are must-haves. Certainly has the great lymph node formulas and those high-powered kidney herbs too. I have a basic kidney formula, but he has some real high-powered ones. So, yeah. Carl, yeah, he does. Yes, I use Mark's herbs. I make tinctures from the dried herbs. I think Mark's herbs are some of the best out there at an amazing price. He has my recommendation. Thank you, Carl. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm glad. Yeah, we get a lot of great feedback. A lot of people are finding really, really good detox assistance with these herbs. And I keep the price way down. And let you guys do some of the work. All right. So Jessica, is lifting and cardio while detoxing okay? Yeah, don't lift a lot of weights or do a lot of, see, when you do a lot of exercise, you actually create lactic acid, and we don't want to create acid so much. We want to get them out of the body. So light weight work and light physical work. Don't create too much acids. If you're sore the next day, you've created way too much acids. I think, how do I maintain my weight while on raw food diet? Because I tend to lose a lot of weight during detox. I don't want to look too thin. Yeah, we just talked about that. You want to up your calories if you can, and just do more cleaning in the GI tract. Get the glands cleared out, get more utilization, get more absorption through the GI tract, and cleaning up that pancreas helps get more digestion, more enzymes to help digest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Try to up the calories if you think you've gotten all that other stuff under control. If you have a smoothie with a bunch of fruit in it, I guarantee, with some banana and all that and some dates, I guarantee that if you're sipping that thin throughout, if you're sipping that slowly throughout the day, you're going to gain weight. And a lot of people tell me they gain a lot of weight on this fruit. So try that. We got Philip. Hi, Mark. I've been trying to go raw, mainly fruits, but feel weak. Why? According to the chronometer, I've been between 2,500 and 3,000 calories. I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue and trying to cycle out. You're feeling weak. It is adrenal fatigue. Yeah, you got to work on those adrenals. Try licorice root along with, you might want to hit a adrenal glandular 400 for a month or two if you've got weak adrenals, low blood pressure, and then you can use the adrenal herbs, and the licorice root really can bring up the adrenals. So work on those adrenals, okay? Get my report. I will talk about that in that report. Got K card. What's wrong with pepper? Nothing's wrong with pepper. It's just the cayenne in the high quantity, in the high doses, is kind of mucus forming. Okay, so I just got to watch that mucus forming from the cayenne as an irritant. But small bits of it are fine. Amanda, yes, Mark, in Australia. Good day to all. Thanks for the advice. Appreciate it. Yeah, you bet. Good day to you too. We got the medicine walker, Brother North Star is back. I have a client throwing up as part of her healing crisis. I have her on 80% raw, 20% cooked, moringa leaf, moringa seeds, mullein by itself, elderberry, and aronia berries. Powdered herbs. So she's throwing up as part of her healing crisis. Okay. So antispasmodic herbs, Dr. Morse has an antispasmodic formula that has the valerian, the poppy, California poppy, things like that. Will help. May want to slow down a little bit and bring her back though. But antispasmodic herbs, I could look those up if you want. But I know the California poppy, the valerian root. There's a couple others that will come to my mind here. But look into that antispasmodic formula to help her out with that and back off a little bit. Keep her in for the long haul, okay? I have a feeling black pepper is acidic, Carl Mulder. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is acidic there. Sure tastes good, though, doesn't it, man? Vicki Collins, when eating watermelon, I put Himalayan salt on it. I crave it. Is anything wrong with that? Yeah, we don't want those salts so much when detoxing. They're a bit acidic. Yeah, you don't need that, really. I would not do it. Some say that salt is inflammatory, too. Not part of our detox protocol. Thanks, Mark, and also Amanda, just saw your response. Great, CM. Excellent. We got Jamie. You mentioned fat stores and losing weight while detoxing. Does this mean that all my extra fat I'm carrying could potentially go? Absolutely. I'm already down to 96 pounds, but I'm short. Yeah, that can all go, That's all, a lot of times the fat is protecting us. It's storing acids in there and toxins and protecting us. So, as you alkalize the body, there's no need for those fat stores. That's the good thing. You lose a lot of weight, just by doing this. Just by detoxing, you're going to lose water weight too, because the water is there to buffer the fats too, buffer the acids as well. Joe Malik, hi Mark, everyone, it's been a while. Welcome back, Joe. Chime in for some knowledge today. Welcome back, Mr. Bank Foreclosures. Mark, do you have any Bitcoins? what a question. I do. I have some Bitcoins, and they are, get this, they're sitting on a phone that it's an old Samsung phone that the screen doesn't work, and I can't get to those Bitcoins. And yeah, there's some money on that phone because the Bitcoins are like $4,000 now or something crazy. So yeah, so I've got some money on that phone, but I forget how much in Bitcoin I have on there. But I got to get that off of there. So I guess I got to pay somebody to fix the screen. Okay. So anyways, Carl Mulder, in my opinion, you can't eat 3,000 calories with adrenal fatigue. That's ridiculous. A normal person shouldn't even have 3,000 calories, even if it's on fruit. I have around 1,200 calories on a day, and that's enough. Okay, yeah, you know, some people they just don't have absorption. They just don't have utilization, you know, so they've got to have more calories. But that's a lot of calories, yeah, especially if you're not moving around a lot. I agree with you, Carl, absolutely. Jamie, have at least 20% body fat still on me. Okay, all right. I just let the body do what it's going to do and let it come back on its own. It'll drop you down and then bring you back up. Has been my experience. Was my experience when I first got into detox, and was my experience on the master fast too, which is high level fasting. I dropped in the first 10 days, 2 weeks, and then I stabilized, and then I held. I held, even though towards the end of the master fast, I was only drinking a quart of juice a day. Go figure that one. But I held my weight. And then when I got back on my normal routine, I started to gain the weight back. But I hover around 185. I'm 6'2". It's really a perfect weight for me. So that's the good news. Your body will find its perfect weight, whatever that wants to be. Carl, we have to get away from calorie counting too much food. Absolutely. I don't count calories. And I just kind of eat when I'm hungry. That's it. K-Card, what's your site? MarkJamesGordon.com. M-A-R-K, James, and then Gordon, G-O-R-D-O-N.com. Come on over. Oh, for herbs, that's Giovanna. I'll type it in here. JivannaDetox.com. J-I-V-A-N-A Detox.com. And you'll have it so you can see it visually. Okay. Oh, look at that. Well, I got to answer your question there. Oh, how cool. JivannaDetox.com. Corey, hey, what's the best parasite protocol you know of, Mark? Best parasite protocol is to move lymph and take Parasite M and Parasite G by Dr. Morse. Those are excellent. That's pretty much it. Get on a high fruit diet and move that lymph, especially in the stomach and bowels, and take that Parasite M and Parasite G. A couple bottles each should do the trick. Jamie Dunson, that makes me smile. Thank you. All right. Shine Krista, what's good herbs for the phallus? Well, okay. So the good herbs are the ones that removes inflammation out of, especially the prostate, and the testes, and also, you know, the herbs that bring up the adrenal glands too. You need good neurotransmitters for good function. Okay, so it's really about inflammation and the nervous system. So detox, detox, detox. Get after that those adrenals. Get after those, you know, because they're going to make antacid steroids that will give you less inflammation, because testosterone is an acidic hormone. So there you go. There's your plan. Lower circulation herbs. Dr. Morse has a male reproductive formula, but it's all about acids and inflammation. Okay. Better neurological function too. Jay Coogan, is it better to eat watermelon or juice it? Man, you know, watermelon by itself is great. Juicing is going to make it more powerful. If you can handle the juice, man, I can't handle it. I can barely handle watermelon. It's so detoxifying for me. Either way is good. It's just going to be, the juice is going to be more powerful. Simon, hi Mark, was a long time, but I was working hard, and even then I was able to grow. No questions. I feel as I feel the now, and for some reason I feel like I know some things. Good. It's hard to describe. Yeah, once it clicks in, you know, when we click in, we've got it, you know, and it just becomes so easy. I know the way you feel. Once it clicks in, it's easy. Yeah, good. Well, welcome back. Glad you checked in. The Medicine Walker Brother Northstar, can you recommend a good Iridology camera? You know, I just got one. Oh, here's Bitsy to say hi. Hi, everybody. It's Bitsy. I just got one off of eBay. It was $150, $160. You'll see them all over there. It comes in a silver case. I like it. It's probably not the best you can get. It does a great job for what I need to do, and it gives you perfect, consistent lighting, so you're always going to have the same picture every time. So, yeah, just eBay. Great. So go get one. Yeah, and use it on your friends, yourself, your family, all that. Right now, I'm talking to Raul Gutierrez at Expandivision Group. Pretty pricey. Is there something more reasonable? Yeah, check that one out on eBay or on Alibaba. Alibaba's got some in the 250 range that look pretty darn good. Joe Mallet, 5 megapixel or something like that. Any experience with copper toxicity and EMF sensitivity? Not really. You know, the heavy metals, they need to be detoxed out. You got to move lymph, of course. We're going to do that anyways. And then Dr. Morse has a chem metal detox formula that will actually bind to these. Cilantro is a good binder. Parsley is a good binder. Any of those dark herbs are good binders of toxicity. But no, not really. Not any copper toxicity experience. But I would do that. I'd move lymph and I'd get on those. EMF sensitivity. Grounding is really good. Walking barefoot. You go on to YouTube and look at a grounding device you can make for a couple of bucks. It involves just hooking a wire into the ground portion of a wall socket. Most houses, 99% of the houses are grounded, so that you can learn to do that. Don't shock yourself, though. Follow the directions. And you could make a little pad that you ground yourself on all the time. That helps with EMF sensitivity, big time. But detox should help with that, too. Kimber Lily. Hi, Kimber Lily. Welcome. Carl, sorry to keep asking questions, Mark. No problem. My dad likes baked beans. I know beans are a little rough. Do you have any other options to replace baked beans? Man, you know, the beans are just so hard to digest. Options to replace the baked beans, I don't know. You know, is he trying, you know, if he's trying to feel, a lot of times when people aren't used to the fruit thing, they try to feel more grounded. You know, so they're going to eat the heavier foods to ground themselves, to take them down a little bit emotionally. So I like the roots for that. I like the beets. I like the carrots. Make him like a root salad, you know. A carrot salad with some beets in it is really wonderful. That might help him. You know, some baked sweet potato might help him ground and not be inflammatory to the body. Try that out, okay? Would homemade navy beans and a homemade tomato sauce work better for him? You know, I stay away from tomato sauces. That is one of the most acidic things you can put in your body. Cooked tomatoes are so super acidic. They give you heartburn and they just gunk you up. Really super high in acids. So I wouldn't do that. I would do the root salads and get off of the beans. They're just so hard to digest. I just stay away. They're too high protein too. They're going to hit you with too much acids, especially at those kidneys. Okay. Paul, hi Mark. My brother was diagnosed with pre-diabetes. Would a high fruit diet be safe for him or beneficial for this condition? Well, you know, the thing is, like I said, with the blood sugar issues, it's adrenal issues mostly, and pancreas. There's mucus and pus in these glands that needs to be cleaned out. The fruit is a great way of doing this. Detoxification is the only way to really move this out. Fruit is part of it. Go slow in the beginning. Get a blood sugar meter and watch that. Learn to read blood sugars and watch that, and go pace these sugars out. But you need it. You need the herbs too to clean this up. So going after this, any kind of a blood sugar issue is definitely an adrenal issue. I would say 99% is going to be adrenal. All right. So so keep an eye on the blood sugars and detox. And sip slowly and don't spike those blood sugars, especially in the beginning. Okay, but learn about this. Okay, and learn how to read those blood sugars. Okay, Simon, thanks a lot. Always appreciate your perspective. Wish you all the best. Thank you, Simon. You bet. We got Philip. I also agree that we shouldn't count calories. I'm eating when hungry and ends up being over 2,000 calories a day easy. I crash from not consuming constantly. Fruit is so light for me, it makes me go, Number 2, 4 to 5 times a day. Okay, so you're cleaning, you're detoxing. This is wonderful. Yeah, so, maybe try some green drinks or some more salads to help you feel a little more grounded, okay? And, yeah, and not crashing. It'll stabilize your blood sugars a little bit more, especially in the beginning too. Those adrenals get a little stronger, okay? And this goes for your friend with the guy with the pre-diabetes too. Those green drinks help to stabilize in the salads too in the beginning as you're turning around those adrenals to get more sugar metabolism. Okay, Georgina, welcome back, Georgina. I've been drinking apple vinegar, apple cider vinegar, probably with water to heal my gut. What do you think? I don't use it myself. It's not part of my protocols. Some people like it. It's just Dr. Morse never really taught me about it, never really used it. Okay, we heal the gut through the herbs and through detoxification, the GI broom. Look into it. Dr. Morse's GI broom and a lymphatic detox is really the key to healing the gut. Okay, JP Grimm, Mark, thank you for your work. Thank you, JP. I appreciate that. Thank you for showing up here. We really, really appreciate it. Easy Money Central, I love it. How can I build muscle while on this diet? Good, healthy sources of protein. Don't need protein. We need amino acids, plenty of them in fruit. Your strongest animals do not eat protein. Your bulls and your stallions and your gorillas, they're not protein eaters. You don't need it. You build muscle. The bodybuilders that are on this diet, on the high fruit diet and the raw vegetables, say that they get it from the calories and the repetitions. That's it. Lifting and doing the calories, and they build all kinds of muscle. They don't take protein powders. They don't eat any of that stuff. So that's it. CM, can you talk about Asperger's in relation to diet? So any kind of these neurological issues, high fruit is going to be charging to the electrical system, to the nervous system. You got to detox. You got to restore the nerve function through the adrenals and through cleaning up the brain and clean out the whole entire body. Okay, that's really it for all of this stuff. It seems to reset itself. Okay. So balance out the glands. The only way to balance out the glands is through detoxification, through moving lymph, and through the herbs. Get a picture of the eyes, see where the obstructions are, and go after those areas. And watch the body rebalance. Regeneration is what happens after high levels of detoxification. And I believe everything can regenerate. I really, truly do. I don't think we really understand just how much the body can regenerate. So, your birthright is perfection. I truly believe that. So we can get there. Okay. My brother was diagnosed with herpes genitals. What kind of diet would reverse everything? So herpes is virals. You can't kill virals. Virals are not alive, according to a lot of people. The only way to get them is to flush them out of the body. How do you do that? You got to flush them where they are. They're in the lymph system. So this is it. The diet is high fruit diet. The herbs help move this stuff out. I would do some circulation herbs to help get on it. It takes time, but you want to move lymph head to toe. That's what we do here. So that's it. I have a report, mark at MarkJamesGordon.com. I'd be happy to send you that report on getting virals out of the body. Are any nuts healthy, Shine Christo? Yes, they're healthy in small quantities. They're too much protein and they're acidic, so just go easy on them. But they are grounding and they do help us get us through some of the tough parts there. But in small quantities, you're okay. Just make sure they're raw and soak and sprout them, you're fine. But if you're doing a real heavy detox, stay away. Get serious for a while. Go in like a boxer and do some rounds of boxing, okay? Matt Norton, really appreciate you, Mark. Oh, thanks, Matt. Thanks for saying that and showing up. You're doing something that not many people would be willing to do by freely helping people. We need more people like you. May the Most High continue to bless. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys can all do this in your own way. I didn't even want to go on to YouTube. I didn't think anybody would listen. And I just knew I needed to spread because I had healed myself from fibromyalgia. So I just wanted to spread it. I was so energized and high off of doing all this and really feeling like I found the fountain. So I just spread it. So you can all do that too in any level. And just getting yourselves healthy, like I say, you're going to be a beacon of teaching. So thank you so much. And we are all blessed by the Most High. We found this teaching, you guys. We're so lucky to have found this. We're so lucky to have broken out of the matrix, out of the programming, out of the culture, to be able to come here and see this. So we're all blessed. And we're all here for a reason, for our own healing, for our healings of our brothers and sisters. Because if we don't all heal, we don't all get to move on. We're all part of the one. So we all need to heal together. Okay. Justina, hi Justina, thank you for all your amazing advice. Oh, thanks Justina, appreciate that. Lindsay, do you put people on more than one glandular at a time? I have, yeah, I have. I wonder if it's best to hit one at a time or get crazy with 2 or 3 weak spots. I think it's adrenals, pituitary, and parathyroid. Yeah, I would probably I would hit the pituitary and adrenals in the beginning for a month or 2, and then I would go to the parathyroid. Just because, if you have to do pituitary work, it means that the other glands are probably going to be down. And I like to hit the adrenals in the beginning because we need those antacid steroids in the body to help us detox. So I'd hit the pituitary and adrenals first off, and then hit that parathyroid later. Okay, and I like to hit with the glandulars in the beginning, and then go off into the herbs. So I hit the adrenals with the glandulars for a month or 2, and then go to the herbs. Okay, Lindsay, even with all my efforts, I feel like my adrenals are just not really boosting. So you could have a pituitary issue. If that pituitary, that little gland isn't functioning, you can do all this work on the adrenals and not get any action. So yeah, I'd have your eyes red and look and see, okay, and see if you don't have a pituitary weakness. And try that licorice root, it's cheap. You can make your own teas out of it, and try to get that, see if that helps. And you may need an adrenal glandular too to really boost it up. We got Joe Malik. It's probably the same thing as pre-diabetes, but will I benefit or get worse or have hypoglycemia? Also, when I eat now, I never feel satisfied and can't curb my hunger, and I end up eating until I reflux. Yeah. So, all right. So if you've got the blood sugar issues, weak adrenals, if you're taking in too much sugar at a time, you could get the hypoglycemia, of course, absolutely. So you got to pace yourself. There is an art to detoxification for sure. Okay, so you got to pace yourself, but you do need the astringency. I would do the lemons, things like that aren't so sugary. In the beginning, to try to clear up and get these more lemons maybe mixed with the grape juice, things like that, to try and get these adrenals to clean up. Get on the herbs for sure, but stay maybe away from more of those sweeter fruits. Definitely not the bananas and dates and things like that. Lemons are probably a big friend of yours in the beginning before you get these things turned around. Get a blood sugar meter and really watch this, okay? And you need, like I say, you need the fruits to help you alkalize and move lymph in those adrenals and pancreas. But get on the herbs, get on a detox herbal program, and go at this, okay? Also, when I eat, I never feel satisfied. Okay, so probably your blood sugars are spiking up and down. When we raise our blood sugar and then drop it, we get hungry. We have a hunger response, okay? So it's all about the stability. Green drinks are probably going to help you. Green drinks and salads, and then you can move into more and more fruits, okay? JP Grimm, yes, please send the report. Please go ahead and email me, and I'll send that to you, okay, JP? mark@markjamesgordon.com. Okay, thanks. Philip, thanks for your advice, Mark. It's wonderful that you're doing these Q&As. You bet. Great motivation to continue my detox. Yeah, that's probably why I'm here mostly. A lot of times you guys have heard this information over and over. It's more about, just creating the momentum and keeping that momentum going to give you guys inspiration and know that there's other people doing this. You guys all chiming in. We know we're not alone. We know we're all in this together and doing this. And you hear the testimonials and the reports, and we get to help each other, and we get to hear about everybody's successes. So it's just great. Thank you. Thank you very much for saying that, though. All right. Easy Money, what would you recommend for those that have eczema and psoriasis? Well, it's the skin. You got acids trapped in the skin. The skin is the third kidney. If And if you have a lot of acids in the body, and the kidneys can't handle, cleaning them up, it sends it out to the skin. So it's sending acids and toxins to the skin, and you start blocking up there. So you've got to move lymph. You got to get the kidneys filtering. You got to move lymph over the body, and you've got to help out that skin. We have skin herbs. You can do dry skin brushing. Got to do dry skin brushing to stimulate that skin to get that lymph moving. Okay, but detox, 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 kidney filtration, super important. Bring those adrenals up so you have more N-acid steroids so you're not having so much acids in the body. Okay, Mr. Bank, foreclosure, did you notice any strange sensation or emotions when shedding mucoid plaque from the GI tract in the beginning of Master Fast? Nope, no strange sensations, nothing. It was just neat to see it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was real, and I saw it firsthand. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's the real deal. Absolutely. We got Ingmar. What about dry food smoothies like Datorate or mixing other dry foods on my daily all-fruit diet? I don't do any dry foods. I like to stay raw and natural, live, living foods myself. I don't get too fancy. I wouldn't put that in. Carl, oh, Mark, my dad has a sweet tooth. What's the best sugar replacement? Maple syrup or maybe a coconut sugar, or should I ditch the sugar for him? Honey. Honey's good. It doesn't turn on digestion, and it's not acid forming. It's pre-digested. So honey's really good. Stevia is going to be neutral too. I get those stevia drops at Trader Joe's, and I use them to make my lemonades. I like to sip on a lemonade with just some fresh lemons and some water and some maybe a pinch of cayenne pepper in there. So stevia, look into that. That's actually great too. That stevia lemonade is really wonderful. It's sweet and it's just good. And what's a better sweet than fruit for your dad? Gosh. But so of those, I would do the honey and the stevia. All right, so here we go, about an hour and 41 minutes. So that's about par for the course. We've got through it all. Any last minute questions, I'm here to help you guys. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off and call it a night. So thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure talking with you. And Carl just said, I'm working on changing my dad. It's like, hey, man, good for you helping your dad out. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Good to hear it, man. I lost my dad in February, as you guys know, so I miss him, man. I just love hearing everybody's stories about their dads and helping them out. So, yeah, you bet. All right. So anyway, signing off. Good night, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight and sharing your stories and asking your questions. And, when you ask a question, you're asking, thousands of people watch these, so you're asking a question for a lot of people, too. So good luck. Keep on the journey. Keep digging. This is a long and winding road. It's a great road. It's a road full of many rewards, both to yourself and to others. So Susie says, always an inspiration. Thanks for helping us all on our journeys. Much love to you, Susie. Thank you so much for showing up week after week. It's fantastic. CM, thanks again. You bet, CM. Love you all, says Shine. All right, Shine Christo says, love you all. I love you all too. We're going to see you next week. And good luck detoxing. All you people in the hurricane path, many blessings from all of us to you. And please check in, let us know you're doing well, okay? And special shout out to Dr. Morse and everybody at the office that are doing such wonderful work, spreading this healing to everybody throughout the world. So we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.